Good morning students, welcome back to online class. This is our science class. Students, in the last class we have studied about the human body, right? Now let us revise the small portion of it. A human body has both internal and external organs. Internal organs include brain, heart, lungs and kidneys. The external organs include eyes, nose, tongue, head, legs, etc. What is skeletal system? A framework of bones is called skeletal system. The adult human body has 206 bones. What are the main functions of skeletal system? The skeletal system give our body structure, allow movement and protect our internal organs. Mention the different parts of the skeletal system. The main parts of the skeletal system are the skull, backbone or spine, limbs, ribcage, girdles and joints. The skull is made up of 8 cranial bones and 14 facial bones. The skull gives shape to our head and face and also holds and protects our brain. The skull can be divided into two main parts, the cranium and the mandible. Which is the largest part of the skull? The cranium is the largest part of the skull, which is also known as jawbone. The mandible is also known as jawbone. And the next one is spine or backbone. The spine has 26 bones called vertebra. There are small discs made up of cartilage between each vertebra. They act like shock absorbers and also stop the bones from rubbing against each other. The arrangement of the vertebra allows our body to bend or turn in different directions. Children, in this class we are going to discuss about ribcage and limbs. Okay students, now let us discuss about ribcage. Students, look at this picture. This is ribcage. These are ribs. Okay. And see here, this is sternum. These ribs are thin, flat and curved bones that you can see, yes, that form a protective cage around the organs in our upper body. Okay. The ribs are thin, flat and curved bones that form a protective cage around the organs in our upper body. Students, there are 24 bones that make 12 pairs of ribs. How many bones? 24 bones that make how many pairs? 12 pairs of the ribs. You can count it from here to here. Okay. Okay, what is the use of this rib cage? The rib cage protect our heart and lungs. The rib cage protect our heart and lungs. See here, the ribs are joined to the backbone at the back. Okay. The ribs are classified into 3 types. They are true ribs, false ribs and floating ribs. Students, see here, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 pairs of ribs called true ribs. Okay, these 7 pairs of ribs called true ribs. Students, see here, this is sternum. These 2 ribs are joined to the sternum in the front. These 2 ribs are joined to the sternum in the front. Okay. Now, see here the next 3 pairs, that is 8, 9 and 10. these three pairs of ribs called false ribs. Okay, the next three pairs of ribs called false ribs. These three pairs of ribs join each other and then join the sternum. Okay, students, see here the three pairs of ribs join each other and then join the sternum. And the last one is, see, the lowest two pairs of ribs, that is this 11 and 12. These ribs are called floating ribs. So, okay, these lower two pairs of ribs called floating ribs. Students, see well, these floating ribs are not connected to any organ in the front. These two ribs are not connected to any organ in the front, so that these two pairs of ribs called floating ribs. Okay, students, and also these floating ribs are smaller than the true and false ribs. These floating ribs are smaller than the true and false ribs. Okay, students. Now let us see the important functions of the ribs. Already I said a rib cage protects our heart and lungs, right? So the ribs protect the heart and lungs from injuries and shocks. Okay. And next one is, the ribs are also protect the parts of the stomach, spleen and kidneys. Okay, ribs are also protect parts of the stomach, spleen and kidneys. Students, these ribs support in breathing also. Students, as we know, breathing is very important in our life, right? If there is any difficulties in breathing, we cannot live in this world. Yes, during breathing, we take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide, isn't it? Yes. As we inhale, that is, as we take in oxygen, the muscles in between the ribs lift the rib cage up, that allowing the lungs to expand. Okay, students, when we inhale, the muscles in between the ribs lift the rib cage upwards, that allowing the lungs to expand. At the same time, when we exhale, that is, when we breathe out, the rib cage moves down again and squeezing the air out of the lungs. Okay, students, when we exhale, the rib cage moves down again and squeezing the air out of the lungs. Like that, the ribs support in breathing. Okay, students. Okay, children, now let's recall once again. The ribcage is made up of 24 bones. They are arranged in 12 pairs. There are three types of ribs. They are true ribs, false ribs, and floating ribs. The first 7 pairs are directly joined to the sternum in the front. They are called true ribs. The next 3 pairs below them join each other and then join the sternum. They are called false ribs. The last 2 ribs are not joined to the sternum or any organs in the front. They are called floating ribs. The important functions of ribs are: ribs protect the heart and lungs from injuries and shocks that might damage them. Ribs are also protect the parts of the stomach, spleen and kidneys. Okay, students, hope you have understood the topic. We will see the next class. Thank you.